Yesterday, I had a client who come in who made my jaw drop. And you're not going to believe her age. Hi, I'm Sherry from Twin Sisters Mastectomy Boutique. And I've seen this client before. And, when somebody comes in, I take their information, their name, address, phone number, age, whatever, birthday. And I just punch it in. I don't do the math. This person's that old or whatever. Anyway, so she came in, and as always, she looked like she stepped out of a magazine. I actually told her, you look like a country and western singer, beautiful, makeup impeccable, from a magazine, hair done up, beautiful nails, her clothes were great. And I said, where are you coming from? She's like, oh, nowhere, home. I just do this for me. And she said, especially during her cancer journey, she, it made her feel even physically better to get dressed up and put makeup on and hair, and everybody's different. Me, I'm about to run errands and this is what I look like. But she said, it made a big difference for her. And I thought, oh, that's fantastic. That's great. And when she came in, she was coming in to buy mastectomy bras because she had a prosthesis and no bra. So she was wearing her prosthesis in a regular bra, and it was coming out and falling out. And she didn't buy the prosthesis for me. They just sold it, the prosthesis without the bra. So that's fine. But she was concerned because, how she dressed and presented herself is what made her feel really good. And even if, nobody sees your bra, it's still part of what you're wearing. And we've all done that, right? Where, you wear your everyday bra and then you put on something really pretty, and even though nobody else knows what bra you're wearing, it puts a little boost in your step and you feel really good and you feel really pretty. And she was worried that she was going to have to wear something that really didn't represent her. So I had a look at the bra that she was wearing, and she was wearing a molded cup bra. And this is what a molded cup bra looks like this. It's not padded. It just has a predetermined shape, if you will. And I said, oh, that's no problem. We can match that style. Now, the bra that she had was a very thin molded cup. And these ones, I think, are thin, but they weren't quite as thin as hers. So when she put it on, she's like, oh, I feel like I'm really busty, because it felt a little bit heavier for her. And it wasn't comfortable. And she's like, yeah, it feels like I'm wearing a prosthesis. I guess I'm just going to have to get used to that. It just doesn't feel like myself. And I guess I'm going to have to get used to this, feeling of a bra. And she didn't like this type of bra, which doesn't have any pre-created shape to it. This is just a soft cup. Okay, so you can see, that it's very, very soft, as opposed to something like this that has a molded cup. But again, it's not padded. But it made her feel very busty because of the weight. Not that it's heavy, but it was heavier than hers. So we tried a few, different styles on, and it was the same thing. And she's like, oh, I guess I'm just going to have to get used to this now. And then I pulled out a different bra. It's kind of in between the two. This one has a molded cup, okay, but it's got fiber fill in it. So see how it's still, it keeps its shape. The cups keep their shape, but it's softer. Whereas this one, if I do this, the cup doesn't really move. But on this one, it does. It's softer and it's lighter. And so we tried it on, and she was thrilled. She was like, oh my gosh, I feel like myself. I don't feel like I'm wearing a breast prosthesis. This is exactly me, exactly my style. She was over the moon. And she bought it in a couple of different colors. And she's like, this is my bra. This is me. I feel like myself. She was practically dancing around my fitting room. And I was so thrilled that I could get her something that was perfect for her. And she was like, I can't wait for my daughters to see this. I can't wait to this and that. And she was over the moon, which put me over the moon. And I'm so ecstatically happy for her. She wore it home, with the biggest grin on her face. She looked fantastic. She felt fantastic. Now, let me tell you, this woman, this fashionista who was absolutely beautiful and stunning, I kind of pegged her age at about 65. I have friends that age, but she's like a glamorous 65. No, on her next birthday, I can't even believe this. She's going to be 80. 80. I had to literally look it up in front of her on my computer because I was like, what? Did I hear that right? Did I input it into my computer right? I was shocked. So she said her mother looked younger than her age, her children look younger than their age, her adult children, and her siblings all look way younger than their age. She said, some people have even asked me if I've had a facelift. Like, that's how amazing this woman looks. Suddenly, I felt like I need to try harder. She was gorgeous, like you would never, ever guess. Not only did she have spark and energy, and she looked beautiful, and she dressed not like, your stereotypical 80-year-old, which I don't know what that looks like anymore, but she just looked beautiful. Like, would you expect somebody in their 80s to be wearing a bra like this? No. But you know what? Times have changed, and there's no reason that anybody has to dress in a stereotypical age. And I personally believe that the way that this woman presented herself and the way that she dressed, right down to her bra, is really helping to keep her young on the inside and the outside. She looked spectacular. So, I think I need to try a little harder. Let me know, do you dress your age? Do you dress older? Do you dress younger? I think that for me, I probably dress older than my age, and I need to stop that. And this lady gave me a fantastic reminder. So let me know in the comments down below, do you dress your age? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and we'll see you soon.